Hi there. We're on day 13 of a 30-day Godot challenge I've given myself. So without further ado, let's hop over into the project and see what kind of progress I've made.
Okay, here's a project. As you can see, some things have changed. Before I get into the specifics of what that is, let's see what it looks like. So, it spawns mines, nothing new here. If you look at lives now goes down. There's no consequences right now, so I can do this all day. Timer is incrementing points and some audio. There we go. That's a custom sound effect made by yours truly. But you can see that the mines actually move towards the center of the screen. So that's progress. This actually feels like a real game now. I mean, it's not done, but it definitely has all the elements. Like this is what the game is. I think it's a lot of fun. So before I get too into this, let's hop over to the coding side of this. Okay, so lots of stuff going on here. So let's go into my game assets. Where did I save HUD? HUD got saved over. No. Things are out of order. HUDs that goes in scripts. This goes in game assets. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll close this, and then maybe that'll let me move it. This is all unforeseen. I must have my... Okay, there we go. So let's open up HUD. So this is almost directly ripped off from my first 2D game tutorial from the Godot website. So score label, lives label, all this stuff. And the message, it's going to be the same thing. I'm not going to have a control screen. Everything's going to start and end on this screen. So that'll make some things easier, I think. But at the beginning, let's hop into the code for HUD. Just for right now, temporarily, I'm hiding message and start because it's getting in the way of me testing the actual game. One thing that this thing has taught me is signals. How to use signals and all that. So I'll get into, so this is simple, update score. Update score, points, it's passed through, score plus equals points, text score. So it's just like anytime this function gets called, it gets called with this parameter, and that's points, and then it just increments score based off points. And where are we getting the points from? The points we're getting from the mines. So I believe, yep, here we go. So function deth, mine parent, which is the parent of where the mine is, and then get node HUD, which is the HUD. So this should be getting the game scene, and then it finds a child of the game scene, which is HUD. HUD will be a child, and then HUD has update score and points. And points is a variable up here, which is set to 0. I have it set to whatever the mine is. So large mine's worth 500, medium mine's worth 300, and small mine is worth 100 points. So that's how that works. And then let's hop into the HUD. I don't want to take too much time explaining all this. But player death, we'll just hop into the player real quick. So what happens is, where is it? Lives. So function player lives. Function player lives area. If area is in group hazard. Blah 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 blah. So because I'm in HUD, it's not highlighted. But if I were to go to where's player, you can see there's a connection. So it's on area entered. So on area entered, area, if area is in group hazard, which mine is, -1 from my life, and then emit signal lives update lives. So this is how you create a custom signal, and then pass in your own parameter. This is something I learned early on. It was discussed in the first tutorials that I went over. So this is all really helpful information that's coming. One other thing real quick. I'm sorry if this is dragging on too long. Mines. Main game. So this is how the mines, when they're spawned, they move towards the center instead of away. Because when they're spawned, they just go in random directions. But when they get spawned by the main game, they actually change a variable called move direction. So move direction is choose direction, but I actually change move direction from the move direction variable from the main game when it spawns. And how it does this is get move towards. So here's my get move towards. This might be overly complicated, but this is how it went in my brain. I'm like, okay, so I get half screen size, which is get viewport size divided by 2, which gives me the exact center of my game scene. And then what happens is move range Y, move range X. So these are used off center. So off center, 150 away from center on the Y, and 300 away on the X. So I get max X direction by taking half screen size and adding X, and minimum X direction by taking half screen size X and minusing X. So this gives me a circle of possible random coordinates from center. And that's all this does, is return that random coordinate. And then what happens is I set a move to. Is get move towards, which is the random coordinate, minus mine spawn location position. So this is where the mine's going to be spawned. And then I set move to normalize. So this gives me the direction towards the center of the screen in the random coordinate. And then when I spawn the mine, I make mine position mine spawn location dot position. But I've already changed the variable. Where is it? Mine dot move direction equals move to. So this tells that instance of mine, set this variable to the direction towards the center. So when it gets spawned, it automatically starts moving towards a random point in the center, and then it don't matter if it doesn't matter. It's heading somewhere in the play area. That's all I care about. This is long. I'm sorry that this is so long. If anybody makes it to this, but a lot happened, and there was a lot of cool technical things. Well, cool in my mind. I'm not sure if anybody watching this is going to think it's cool. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Again, I'm sorry it's so long.
So that's the project at the end of day 13. I think adding the sound effect has made the project come together a bit more. For day 14, I want to push more on the HUD, get more functionality there, make sure the player dies, and really start working on the game loop. So that way, if I were to hand this game off to a player, they could hit start, play the game, die, it goes back to game over screen, then they can hit start again and go again. So that's the goal for day 14. I'm not sure if I'll finish the game loop, but we'll find out, and hopefully you will too if you watch the next one.
I have some concentration, and if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication.